While this is only the second installment of the Life is Strange franchise I've personally played, I've watched playthroughs or Let's Plays of each other title in the series, and have been so infatuated with the Life is Strange universe since the original released. The decision to make this my first Let's Play game I participated in was an easy one, as I wanted to start with a game that had an outstanding story and one that balanced both mystery, pain, and jubilation all in one. So here it is, your first and only official spoiler warning as I dive deep into the story that makes up this game. I'm approaching this review from the idea that you've watched my Let's Play or you already know the story, so I won't be breaking it down bit by bit, but instead discussing my overall thoughts on the story and its conclusion. We know with any Life is Strange game, we're going to be presented with characters who not only possess a special ability, but will have to learn to harness that ability while navigating outcome affecting decisions of what will undoubtedly be a tragic narrative. This game delivers in all of that. Just hours of reuniting with our older brother Gabe, he's ripped from us tragically as a planned mining detonation goes off and he's sent falling to his death when knocked off a mountain cliff by debris. But what might be viewed even more tragic than his death is by the host of characters that blame themselves or even Alex for what happened. Spending the majority of the game not only trying to determine if what happened was truly an accident, but we're left navigating the emotions of everyone impacted by his death. Whether it's Charlotte blaming everyone around here or Ethan blaming himself, we have to come to terms and help shed light on who really caused his death, all while knowing the pain and devastation everyone around us is dealing with. We learn early on that Alex is what I would like to deem a true empath. She not only can tell what people are experiencing emotion wise, she can easily read their minds to know why and eventually take on the feeling as her own. In the beginning, like most of these stories, she doesn't know why she has the power or even how to control it. But after being convinced by her brother that it should be seen more as a potential power to help those around her than as a true curse, she finally makes an effort to embrace it. And this power guides the rest of the story. We use it to help save Ethan after he got lost exploring the mines on his own. We use it to take away Charlotte's pain of losing Gabe and to hide the secret of Eleanor's dementia from Riley. We use it to guide the love aspect of the game between either Ryan or Steph, help Ducky overcome the loss of the love of his life from many years ago, and then ultimately use it to discover that Gabe's death was no accident. Our powers lead us to the truth that Typhon was trying to hide the true horror of a mining operation led by Jed that went tragically wrong and killed several people, including Alex and Gabe's father. Deaths that ultimately could have been and should have been prevented. And as Typhon sought to keep this all a secret, they did so knowingly putting 4 people's lives in danger, and were okay with letting that happen. The true climax, however, was when Jed attempts to kill Alex and leave her to die in the mine, as she was putting together the truth and looking to expose them all for the killers that they were. And in the end, Alex's powers were what allowed the truth to win out. We used our powers to navigate multiple character outcomes, but to ultimately bring to light what Typhon and Jet had done. And in the midst of solving this mystery, we provided healing to the town, overcame our own fear of playing music and singing in public, slayed monsters in a LARP, and fell in love with Steph. In regards to the overall gameplay, this one had some amazing moments. Participating in the LARP with Ethan was probably my all-time favorite gameplay sequence, and not only Life is Strange, but in any game that I've played that's been story-based. The mini-games involving the old arcade gaming consoles was fun, but I've never been good at those kind of things, and while probably meant to give a mental and emotional break from the story, often felt like too much of a distraction. I also enjoyed the idea of playing matchmaker and deciding if you wanted to be with Ryan or with Steph, Seeing how you got to choose the interaction and determination of who got your rose at the festival was a true Life is Strange element that I love to see. But with that being said, it often felt lacking. Some of its predecessors were filled with side quests and key artifacts you were seeking to find, and this one felt lacking in that category. Those elements may not have determined the outcome of the story, but often were used to enhance the overall narrative and provide context to the characters involved in the story. We did see this element used in Alex's ability to read imprinted emotions off certain objects, and this was useful, but still felt like they were just too limited. I think also at times we didn't get enough of some of the prominent characters. Riley and Eleanor often felt like a storyline that could have been explored more given the emotional context of it. But with all that being said, I really loved the flow and the outcome of the gameplay throughout. So, what are my overall thoughts? Overall, I've enjoyed all of the Life is Strange games to this point, and True Colors was no different. From a story aspect, I fell in love with the characters and found myself crying when they came together to remember Gabe. I got tingly chills of love when Alex and Steph kissed for the first time. On top of that, the mystery of why Gabe actually died left me guessing until the very end. And let's talk about the color. The colors in this game were beautiful, at least initially. I think there could have been, and really should have been, more opportunity to make the game more vibrant throughout. While true colors could be used to define finding out someone's true character or personality, which is really often a theme in this game, it could have been used to blow us away throughout with the visual appeal. The few times they did this left me in awe of what we can actually accomplish these days in games. But soon left me wondering why I didn't get more scenes like we had in front of the river in the beginning, on the rooftop with Gabe, or even the end as we saw our future story unfold. Again, I loved what we got, I just wanted more. The Life is Strange series to me are some of the best choose your own adventure and even story based games that we have to play through. While I think it can be challenging to continue to provide stories that are both gut wrenching and warm fuzzy inducing, I trust in this franchise's ability to continue to provide. So, overall game score out of 10, I give it a solid 7.5. So, as I conclude here, I just want to thank you again for joining me on this adventure. I look forward to playing through Life is Strange Double Exposure soon, and also welcome any feedback or requests of games you would like for me to play. Leave those requests in the comments. If you haven't already, find me on my socials at OkieGamerDude, or join my free Patreon to find content that I'm not able to upload here. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks again, my fellow GamerDuderinos, and I'll see you in my next adventure.